Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Bruce here from TR Adventures. Something a little bit different for you today. I'm going to do a review of my 2022 Ford Maverick. I did a review in this vehicle a couple years ago, and you can find the link to that in my channel, and I'll put the link in the description below. But I just turned 100,000 kilometers. I've had it for 4 years, and I thought I'd do a review for those of you who are thinking about getting one, or even those of you who have one. If you'd like to make some comments on how you feel about your vehicle, please by all means do so. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Subscribing gives me some encouragement to do more of these kinds of videos and helps the channel grow. So follow along with me, and I'll give you some thoughts and opinions and what I like and dislike about this vehicle. So guys, one of the things I really liked about this vehicle was the looks. It's the first thing that drew me to it. I was in the market for a new vehicle, and I had always kind of wanted a small truck, and I thought when I saw this one, I thought, well, geez, that's really seems to suit what I'm looking for. Took it for a drive, really liked how it handled. Had to wait a few months to get this particular one. I got the FX4 off-road version. That comes with a few different driving modes, as well as a trailer package and some skid plating, those kinds of things. Nothing, you know, sort of super heavy duty off-road, but it gives me just a little bit of options for taking it off-road. The engine that I have in this vehicle is the 2-liter EcoBoost. That comes with a regular automatic transmission, allows me to tow up to 2,000 pounds. I've towed my trailer and ATV with this vehicle with absolutely no problem. Yeah, it does come with a 4K towing package, allows you to tow up to 4,000 pounds. And that would be, of course, with the transmission cooler. This one does have a little bit of extra cooling as part of the off-road, but I think it's for the engine more so because you're going at slower speeds and whatnot in the woods. It doesn't have a transmission cooler, but as I say, I have an ATV and a trailer together weigh about 1,200 pounds, and this one tows it with ease. So yes, in terms of looks, I really liked it. In terms of utility, it's been a great vehicle. As I say, I've towed my ATV with it. I've hauled all kinds of things with it, things to the junk, building materials. I've loaded it up with different things. You'll see in some of my videos I have a truck tent that when the tailgate is down gives me about 6 feet, and I'm only 5'10", so it works really great. You'll see a few videos with me camping in it. The utility of this truck has been amazing. I've got a set of aftermarket roof racks from Thule, and my canoe fits on top perfectly with it. It's quite sharp to see this going down the road towing an ATV and a trailer with a canoe on top. So the utility of this vehicle has been great. It's one of the things I really love about it. And so now let's go inside and see what the inside looks like. So in terms of inside, there's a few things about this vehicle that I like, and a few things that I don't like. One of the things I do like is the instrumentation. It's clean and it's simple. It doesn't have a whole lot of different things that distract you. It's got a nice simple screen here that has all of the things that you need. The readout here at the front is nice and simple. It allows you to scroll through a couple of different information things that you might need. Your gas mileage, both your long-term and your short-term. There's a tire pressure. There's the audio, telling me the audio is off. But you can change all of these things to different readouts that you might need, including the grade you're going at, uphill, downhill, the attitude that you have in terms of tilt, all kinds of different information things that you can scroll through and change yourself. So I really do like the instrumentation in this vehicle. I really do like this screen here with the information it has on here. I'm going to plug in my my iPhone here, and you can see that it does work with Apple CarPlay quite nicely. And it just takes a second to load up here. And yeah, so it's got all the Apple CarPlay things that you might need. The navigation works great with Google Maps, and everything that you might need while you're driving. And I have Sirius XM on my phone, so it makes a great little thing. It doesn't come with Sirius XM in the vehicle, but it hooks up to the phone quite nicely. In terms of the cruise control, it's very easy. It's got one switch for on, and then you're set. You can add and subtract your speed as you go along, a resume, a cancel, all of the basic stuff right here at your fingertips, at your thumb tips. It's great. Your volume controls are right here as well for your radio. That is nice. All your menu options are right here, including some of your phone options. And so that's all really nice. The interior itself is it's nice looking. I mean, it's not a luxury vehicle, so don't expect luxury kinds of things inside. It's plastic, but it does look good. It's very functional. I don't really have any problems with that. It does come, I think, in a Lariat version that will give you a little fancier, including leather seats. So in terms of other things, all the controls are right here for your windows, your mirror controls, your heated seats and everything are right here. I like this as well. I know in a lot of newer vehicles, including my friend's Honda CR-V, doesn't have all these simple controls for the climate control. Everything's up here on the screen, and I don't like that. I find that very distracting. These are sort of old school, if you will, very simple dials. It's got an auto where I just select the temperature I want inside the cab, and it does the work for me. But you also have manual speed controls and those kinds of things as well. Has heated side mirrors on this vehicle. And yeah, all these controls are nice. A heated steering wheel, heated seats. Heated steering wheel is a lifesaver. I live in Canada, so it's cold in the winter. And I like that. So other functionality kind of things, and I talked about this in the first video, and it still bugs me. I haven't gotten used to it. I do not like the rotary shifter control here. I just don't like it. I've gotten used to it. And so, I mean, it's something that I'll deal with. I'd much rather have a shifter up here. I understand the room that creates in this vehicle, and I understand, I think, from an engineering perspective, why they've done it. But I didn't like it when I bought it. I still don't like it, although I have gotten used to it. The other thing that I'm not crazy about, and I was in a friend's newer Maverick not that long ago, and they've changed this. They've put them sort of up here where they are in the Bronco. Is having these controls down here is a pain. These are all of my mode controls here for the drivetrain. You know, slippery, mud and rut, those kinds of things. My hill descent is here. My auto stop on and off is here. My brake hold is here. All of those things. They're easy to find, but putting them right here causes problems especially when you have a passenger. They get in, my friend gets in, she puts her purse here and hits one of those buttons. They're so easy to hit, and especially the hill descent, and that's really annoying when that comes on. You're in a parking lot or something and the car is doing this hill descent thing, and oh, what happened there? So I don't like that part about it. I like all of these functions, don't get me wrong. I just don't like where they've placed them, and so that's a slight sort of a slight thing that I don't like about this particular vehicle, but as I say, I've gotten used to that, and so I don't mind it so much. The climate control works really well, and so I do like that part about it. It's fairly roomy in the front. The seats are comfortable. They're cloth, but they are comfortable. Heat up quite nicely in the winter when the heated seats are on. So I do like that. They heat up, I think, a little bit quicker than the leather seats do. Let's show you the back seat. So in the back seat, not as roomy as a big truck, but it's not a big truck. So So I will advise about that, but there is quite a bit of room. I've had 4 adults in here, 5 adults actually, but I've had 4 adults and golf equipment in the back on a golfing trip, and does the job. Not sort of super roomy. It's not something you're going to see in an F-150 or something bigger, but it does the trick. I also hear the seats fold back. There are connections there and the connections here for the child seats, and I do take my grandson places. I have a child seat that goes in here. It's really easy to get in and out, and to take in and out. I don't have it in right now, but it's quite comfortable for him as well. We've got some USB ports here. We've got an AC inverter right here. There's a little thing here that you can buy accessories, and I do have a little sort of garbage can cup holder there, but I also have cup holders here that fold down. So lots of utility in the back. So yeah, it's like I say, it's not an F-150, but or the room of an F-150, but then again, it's not an F-150. So let's talk a little bit about maintenance and those kinds of things that I've experienced over the 4 years that I've owned this vehicle. The first thing I'll talk about, I guess, is the performance on the highway. It's a great little engine, works really well. I've had no issues driving at highway speeds with it. Transmission performs well. It's not a CVT, so the transmission, if you're used to driving CVT transmissions, it's not quite as smooth as a CTV. It's a little bit clunky, but again, that is what it is. I've gotten used to that, but not having the CTV, I think, is what allows me to tow a little bit more. But it's on the highway smooth, lots of power, no issues with that. In terms of maintenance, I've really done nothing to this in the last 4 years, sorry, except brakes. I did the rear brakes last year. It was not super expensive. I want to say $500 or $600. I just finished doing the front brakes, rotors and pads at the dealer. That was just over $900. And about 100,000 kilometers, first set of rotors and pads. I thought that was pretty good. One thing I will say about the braking on this vehicle is that it seems to me that it's a little bit under, I don't know what the word is, but I think the braking power could be a little bit better on it, especially when you're towing. I do have a tow mode on this vehicle, and I make sure I put it in tow mode when I'm towing, because it lets the transmission help you with braking, particularly when you're kind of on the highway and things like that. But I've always found the braking on this to be a little bit soft. I started getting a shimmy in the wheel, hard braking, around 40,000 kilometers. I had it kind of checked out. The brakes were fine. I do think it was a rotor that was maybe out of round a bit. No pulsing in the pad, but certainly a shimmy in the wheel. And I just put up with that for a while until it was time to change the brakes. Now that I have new rotors and pads on it, that's gone away completely. So I don't know if that was something, maybe it happened fairly early, like 40,000 kilometers. I thought that was a little early for that to start happening. So I don't know if a rotor, maybe warped, or maybe it came sort of from the factory that way and just sort of got worse over time. But anyway, so that's sort of the one thing I have about it. Other than that, I've done no maintenance other than regular oil changes. I change the oil every, I guess, 8 to 12,000 kilometers, depending, on what the vehicle tells me, depending on what I'm doing for driving and towing and things like that. I have had a few recalls on it. Ford's been really good about the recalls, keeping me up to date on what the recalls are. It's been nothing serious, some airbag stuff, just sort of general kind of things that really don't affect the driving of the vehicle or from a safety perspective. So maintenance-wise, it's been great. Fuel mileage has been excellent. As you can see here, I'm getting about 8.9. That's a long-term average, and that's where it is in the summertime. It'll drop down to about 8.9, sometimes maybe as low as 8.8 or even 8.7. In the wintertime, it'll go up to about 9.2, 9.3, maybe even 9.4, and that's because of things like putting my winter tires on, which you know, use a little more power to run, and then just general winter driving, you know, warming the car up a little bit, maybe, you know, things like that. So you expect the gas mileage to go down a bit. So I'm getting right now 8.9 liters per 100 kilometers, which is decent. You know, I'm happy with that. It was a little better when you know, the first couple of years. It's gone up, down a little bit, but I think that's to be expected as well. Other things, let me see. Like I say, lots of power on the highway. Great utility in this vehicle. I'll show you the tonneau cover that I have in the back area, and so let's go do that now. This vehicle has been great utility for me, and I've put a lot of things in it. I've slept in it, as I mentioned before. I have roof racks. I have a video actually reviewing the roof racks that I have, and the tonneau cover opens easily with these little straps that you pull on. Lots of room in the back. The tonneau cover folds right up out of the way. Has these little things that come here to hold it up, so you can hold the tonneau cover open. One thing I will say about the tonneau cover, while it helps to keep things dry, it's not perfect. As you can see, there's a little bit of water in the bed of the truck right now because I just went through a car wash, and so as expected, high pressure car wash, you're going to get some leakage in through places like this. And so yeah, but it works well. Like if you're driving down the highway, you've got things in the back and it's raining out, it does keep them dry. It's really the high pressure stuff that you have to worry about more than anything else. So yeah, lots of utility. You can fit more in that than you think you can fit. It does have these straps for the tailgate. You can hook them up here, which puts the tailgate down about here. When you use the wheel wells, you can actually get a 4x8 sheet of plywood in there, or 4x8 sheet of something else in there without any problem. So the utility of it's been great. I'll show you some pictures, or maybe you've seen them already when I put them up, but some pictures of loads that I've had in this vehicle and how well it works from a utility perspective. So let's see what's under the hood. Okay, so opening the hood, at least a couple times your door has to be open, a nice little feature. Figured that out once. I was sitting inside getting an oil change, and they asked me to open the hood, and I was pulling that and it wouldn't work. And then I realized I have to have the door open in order to open the hood, and that obviously is a safety feature. So here's the engine, 2-liter EcoBoost, which is a turbocharged. I see the red cover is off of my battery terminal. I wonder how that happened. Maybe in the last, I know they had to do a systems thing for recall, so maybe they just forgot to cover that up. So I'm gonna have to do that. But the engine's clean, and it's a nice little engine, works well. I've had absolutely no issues with it. Yeah, it's been a great little vehicle as far as that goes. So one thing in terms of performance on this vehicle is off-road. It does work great off-road. I've had it in some pretty gnarly places. It could do with a little bit more ground clearance. It's not super clearance on this, so you have to be careful. You do have to pick your spots. The front angle of entry is really low in this vehicle, so you have to be careful about that. And I'll see if I can get down here and show you some of the damage that I've done because of that hitting, especially this little piece here. So I'm gonna have to sort of try to strap that up. You can see some more damage over there, and that's because of the low entry angle on the front, so you have to be careful about it. And but it's got some skid plating on it, and I've hit that a few times. I had it in some fairly gnarly places, so you're not going to take it maybe where you take a 4x4 Jeep or something, but it does get the job done. And I towed my trailer back there as well. So yeah, off-road works okay. don't expect Jeep-like performance out of it, but it does get the job done, and I'm fairly impressed with it. Well, guys, it occurred to me as I was editing this video that there was one issue that I hadn't talked about on this truck, which was the tires that came with it. The tires that came with this particular model were the Pirelli Scorpion ATs, and they're an all-terrain, all-season kind of tire. And they were fine. They were quiet, and they handled fine. And they seemed to handle the off-road fine. But one criticism I do have of them is that they wore really quickly. I got 2 summers out of them, and after the second summer they were gone. They were down to the wear bars. I maybe could have squeezed a couple months out of them, but they were essentially gone, so I had to get new tires. I went with the Yokohama Geolander, which were another all-terrain tire that's a little more aggressive than the Pirellis were, and they seem, I'm on the second summer now with those, they seem to be wearing quite nicely. I'll get another summer out of them. The Pirellis, they were toast after 2 summers, and that would be, maybe I do drive a little bit more in the summer than I do in the winter, obviously, golfing and whatever, but I maybe had 45, maybe 50,000 kilometers on those tires, which I thought was not really good performance. Yeah, they wore out quickly. So one piece of advice, if you're thinking about getting a Maverick, I don't know what they come with now, but check out the tires that they come with, and you might want to upgrade a little bit. But and I know that most manufacturers now do not put the best tires on vehicles when they sell them. They're trying to keep the price down. I get that, but the Pirellis, I did not. The tires were fine. They, like I said, they drove okay. They were quiet, but they just wore really quickly. So for that reason, I really wouldn't recommend those tires. So to wrap up, how do I feel about this vehicle overall? I think one of the things that you can say about a vehicle is, would you buy it again? I had a friend ask me the other day, because he's looking at getting one, and he said, would you buy one again? Definitely, I would buy one again. He asked if I would get the hybrid or the engine that the engine that I have, and I really couldn't answer that question. I haven't driven the hybrid. I don't know what it's like. I would have gotten the hybrid, I think, when I bought this car, but there was a couple of reasons why I didn't. One was there was an extra 5 or 6 month wait. I waited almost 6 months for this as it was. And the second thing, it did not come at the time with the all-wheel drive package. They do now. So I think I would seriously consider the hybrid, but I don't know, haven't seen any reviews on the hybrid. What I do know is that this engine works well. I would get this vehicle all over again. I would buy another one. I've only got 100,000 kilometers on this one. I'm not looking to get rid of it just yet. It's got a lot more kilometers on it. So yeah, overall, great vehicle. I'd buy one again. I'd recommend it to people. I've had good experience with mine. I'd certainly be interested in hearing your comments if you own one, the experience that you've had with it, or if you're thinking about getting one, by all means leave a question in the comments, and I'll reply to it. So until the next video, take care, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.